Hello and welcome to the multi-streaming extravaganza that is meditation with further emergence. Right, I'm still kind of very pleased that I managed to get the multi-streaming thing going. So, hello, how are you? Are you well? You good? Well, I hope you are. I mean, it's okay if you're not, but I hope you are. Right, so time for a bit of meditation. I meditate throughout the day. This is just the one I do on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube all at the same time. And it's not a class, it's just a chance to meditate together. So if you're familiar with meditation, that's brilliant. But if you could just hang on for a minute while I explain what I do, just for the benefit of people who are new to meditation. So for me, it starts with why I would meditate. I'm trying to connect with a part of me that I connect to every night. I just don't do it consciously. It's the bit after I go to sleep and after I finish dreaming, when I drop at the bottom of dreaming into deep dreamless sleep, where I've got no body, I've got no thoughts, I've got no memory of being there. I sort of cease to exist in the way that I normally register my existence, which sounds terrible. It sounds like death. But yeah, I love going to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. So some part of me just knows that that is a good place to go to. So that's the intention of my meditation, is to connect with that place, just consciously. So if you're new to meditation, don't try and do this lying down. Sit up, because if you lie down, you'll fall asleep because your body will just go, well, it's sleep time. You've got my eyes closed, I'm lying down, it's no time for sleep. So you'll either fall asleep or you'll battle sleep, which is very distracting. And falling asleep, there's nothing wrong with falling asleep, but that's not meditation. That's falling asleep. You're going into it unconsciously, whereas meditation is going there consciously. So sit up. Yeah, a quiet room is very helpful as well, because little sounds trigger thoughts. So the quieter your room is, the more you're helping your mind not think, okay? Because that's what we have to do, or I have to do, is to kind of get to that place. I have to get around my mind, or through my mind, or find a way, because my mind just can't seem to get there. It can't seem to go to that place. If it did, I'd wake up in the morning, I'd remember wherever it is, but I don't. So what I do is I make a little deal with my mind. I say, look, I'm going to do some meditation. Would you mind not thinking for the next 15 minutes? And at this stage, my mind is quite behind the idea. It's like, yep, fine, okay. I have read a lot about meditation. I've got lots of concepts about meditation, lots of ideas about meditation. So, yeah, let's do that. Why not? So that's good. And then to actually stop thinking, it's not that hard. It's not hard to stop. Because thoughts, regardless of what triggers the thought, thoughts themselves are just pictures and sound. So if I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, I've stopped thinking. So that's great. And then as soon as I do that, I'm into the practice of meditation. So what I was talking about earlier on, when I was talking about the intention of my meditation, to go to this deep, mysterious, possibly eternal, still, everything you read about meditation, calm, mindful, zen-like, that's my intention. But the practice of meditation is, it goes something like, I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, so I stop thinking, and then a little bit of time passes and I discover that I'm thinking again, so I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. Then a little bit more time passes and I discover that I'm thinking again, and I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. And that's the practice of meditation. Repeatedly discovering that I'm thinking and bringing myself back to not thinking. So people have said things to me, like if the subject of meditation comes up, they go, oh no, I tried that, or I have a problem with meditation, my mind is too busy, I think too much, or something along those lines, which is sad, because nobody's mind is more busy than anybody else's, in my experience. And it's more just not understanding the practice of meditation, sort of reading about the intention of meditation and getting the idea that you should be, you close your eyes and you should be like peaceful, calm, still, nothing, no thoughts for 15 minutes straight, which isn't my experience at all. And It's not really where the power of meditation is either. It's in this continually bringing my mind back. There's a lot of power in that. So if you're thinking a lot, that's fine. Like in this next 15 minutes, I'll probably have to bring my mind back like 100 times or 200 times. I don't know how many times, but lots of times. And I don't think about it. I don't have any extra thoughts about how many times I'm discovering that I'm thinking, because I know that's not what it's about. It's about bringing my mind back every time I discover that I'm thinking. So if you find yourself thinking a lot, that's fine. You're doing great. Now, while all that is going on, I'm also letting go of tension in my body. And for me, anyway, it's too vague and soupy in there when I close my eyes, too black and soupy. So I have a system. I scan my body from my head down to my feet and back up again very slowly, and anywhere I find tension, I let it go. And I use my out-breath to do that, which is a handy way of remembering to breathe, because it's quite easy to forget to breathe in meditation. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. Or to let it go. And it's a good way to remember to breathe. And when I'm scanning my body up and down, I'm just paying particular attention to any of the structures in my body that go across my body. Because mostly my body runs longitudinally from my head to my feet. But anywhere that goes across has more of a tendency to accumulate tension. It's a bit like a log going across a stream. Picks up the twigs and the branches and all that kind of thing. So I'm checking my eyes. I'm checking my jaw, my tongue, base of my neck, my shoulder girdle, my joints, all my joints, because they all go across. So my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, my fingers, my respiratory diaphragm, my intestines, my pelvic floor, my hips, my knees, my ankles, and my toes. And as I say, anywhere I find tension, let it go with my out breath. I set a timer for how long I'm going to meditate for. That's again just to help my mind have just one less thing to think about. So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. But if you're new to meditation, set it for less time, because 15 minutes is a long time if you're not used to it. So maybe set it for like 5 minutes and then repeat that 3 times. Okay, so if there are no questions... Okay. Off we go into the mystery. Right, so if you feel like you've gone somewhere deep, then take your time to come back before you open your eyes. Or if you feel like you're fine, you can open your eyes and you can hold the inner state and the outer state together at the same time. That's brilliant as well. Okay, so thanks very much for meditating with me, and see you tomorrow for some more meditation.